Hi, my name is Sean, and we decided we wanted to build something for the back of our Jeep that would help us to do some better camping and make it a little bit more fun for us. So we built a Jeep kitchen, and this is a DIY project, and it cost under $300. So let me give you a tour. So one of the things we wanted to make sure is that we were able to carry our cooler and our stove and be able to access it pretty easily. We did a lot of research, looked online, saw really great, interesting designs, but they were cost prohibitive. They were way too expensive for us. So put my head together and tried to figure out something that'd be a lot cheaper. And I first started out with a couple of drawings and came up with a basic design. Wanted to hold a cooler and a stove and somewhere to prepare food and hold a table so we all have easy access to it. So if we wanted to pull over on the side of the road, do a quick picnic or whatever, we could without any problems. Came up with a materials list, obviously, and I figured out it'd only take 2 sheets of plywood, which was pretty awesome. So that helped keep the cost down. It's all made out of 1/2-inch plywood, and let me give you a tour. First we have our cooler access. It's pretty easy. It's on 28-inch slides, easy access to, in and out. It locks in and out. The slides are pretty cheap if you buy just the standard slides. The locking slides were outrageously priced. I just couldn't afford those, so I think I paid $12 for a set of these. It's pretty cheap, but they work well.
So what did you do to make it lock?
So I've got a locking mechanism here. It's got 2 angle pieces here, one in the front, one in the back, and it's gravity fed, so the locking mechanism works on its own. All you have to do is pick up on an angle, pick up on this angle piece here that I mounted in there, and it slides in and it locks in on its own. It doesn't come back out.
I think it's easier to see on the other one, so let's go ahead and pull out the other side.
Sure. So this side here is pretty awesome. I like it the most. It has a cutting area, and I found a local supplier, really great. They treated me nice. They gave me a piece of
Countertop
laminate here, and they installed the front for $25 for me. And the back of here is also a storage location. You can put silverware, spices, other little cooking essentials in there. So when you're preparing your food, you can actually do everything right here, have access to your cooler. And then this is the cool part. So this is
let's see this mechanism.
So you can see the mechanism here, how it works. It's just a piece, angle iron for like a, what do they call those? 90-degree angles that you get them at, you get these at Lowe's. They're pretty cheap. There's 4 in a package for like $6.99 or something.
Did you cut that down and like grind it so
yeah,
it's round?
I cut it down and rounded it off the edge there to make it so it's slide a little bit better. And then I've got 2 pieces of angle iron here, one in the front, one in the back, and that's what helps lock it in place right there like that.
Cool.
So anyway, so this pulls out obviously and locks in place, and then you have access for your stove. You actually got your prep area here where you can prepare your food, so if you want to make sandwiches or whatever, you can get to everything pretty quickly. And then also you have your cooler access, and it comes out and locks in place. So
We're stuck on something. There you go.
so if you want to pull over on the side of the road and have a quick picnic, you can, or at your local campsite, wherever you are, you can do that too as well. Another great feature is the top. The top here is a rubber coating on it, so you can put more gear up here with these great tie downs. They're pretty stout, and they're bolted through the bottom, so there's no wood screws there. It's actually to make sure that whatever you tie down there is going to stay where you put it. Also,
What's all this?
so this is all aluminum trim, that angle C-channel aluminum trim I put on there to make it look a little bit shinier, cover up the edge of the plywood. There are some still pieces here showing, but you know, all in all, I'm really happy with the looks of it. And we also have our table here as well. It slides in and out. It's a 24 by 24 area, folds out to, you know, 50 inches.
So what's with the grating?
And this is one of the coolest features of it. We like to take our dogs with us, so we got a built-in kennel here. and we have access both in the front here for them to get into, so the dogs can get in there.
What's that made out of?
This is made out of a shelving unit that we cut down, that you get at Lowe's as well. This is those little metal shelving units that you put in your closets, so it works out really well. And then we also have access at the back, and then to keep everything tied down, we use these pretty heavy duty clamps, and it's both in the front and the rear. This thing isn't going anywhere, and if we're in an accident or whatever, it's going to make sure it stays where it's supposed to.
Show me the other side of the pass through the dogs.
Sure. So in here we have the access for the inside for the dogs, and you can see here the 2 tie down clamps are there.
I can't tell whether or not I'm getting this on video.
You
My hand in the way.
can see here, those are the heavy duty tie down clamps both in the front and rear, and I use the rear seat attachment points for that to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. This is the rear access for the dog, and works pretty easily. It slides up halfway and then down, and it comes right out, so you can get the dogs in there if you want. And if you want to leave it off, you can just stick it on top here like that, let it rest, so the dogs can easily come in and out as they please, you know, when you're driving, if you don't have the top down. And the top does come down, believe it or not. We weren't sure about that, but we can pull the soft top down around it and use it. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it for a $300 project. Yeah, it's good.
So would you do it again?
There's a couple of things I would change.
What would you change?
One is I'd like to be able to put a good standard dog kennel in there, so it would slide in and out. So I think the next revision that we'll do, we'll make it about an inch taller, and that will allow for a standard dog kennel to slide in and out. And then that way I could actually utilize that spot, so if we don't take the dogs camping, I can have a quick release drawer in there as well. But all in all, for what it is and what we intend to use it for, I think we're really happy with the outcome, and my wife helped out quite a bit, and I'm really happy that she helped me. Anyway, thanks so much.